Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Daniel and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you guys are here. If you're excited to be here, smash that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. For today's book review, we're doing an absolutely exciting book. In preparation, I made sure to wear my Embrace the Suck patch on my hat. I got my US Navy t-shirt going on here, and I hope that I didn't give too much away, but today's book is written by a Navy SEAL. The foreword is by a Navy SEAL, and the stories told within this book are nothing short of exhilarating. This book was written within the last year, and it is Embrace the Suck by Brent Gleeson. So the reason why I actually got this book in the first place comes with a little bit of a backstory. So I'm a sailor in the United States Navy. I served on an aircraft carrier, the USS Abraham Lincoln, for 4 years. And one day, one of my shipmates had his last day aboard, and we were all together as a division, and he gave a speech. He was talking about one of our old leaders who used to be on the ship with us, and one of his terms that he always used, and it was embrace the suck. And he told us what that term meant to him. He explained that embrace the suck meant that even though there are hard times in our daily grind, that some days are drearier than others, that instead of complaining and crying and blaming everything on everybody else, we should embrace the suck, say, yes, this is difficult, but I'm growing, I'm becoming stronger, and I'm learning to fight harder than ever before. After he gave that speech, I was thinking, I actually do have a problem with complaining too much. I have a problem with blaming my own problems on other people and saying that my life is tough because of this, that, and the other. And I thought, you know what? I need to work on myself and I need to grow in this area. I definitely need to improve here. And so I started Googling book titles and I just typed in Embrace the Suck. And surely enough, Embrace the Suck by Brent Gleeson came up as coming soon on Amazon. And once the book arrived, I got into reading it and I was absolutely not disappointed. And today I'm going to be telling you all about why it was a worthy read, why it was a great book, and what this book is all about. This is Embrace the Suck by Brent Gleeson. Embrace the Suck is written by Brent Gleeson. He is a former Navy SEAL who has also written Taking Point, and he also goes around giving talks and teaches businesses how to achieve their goals. So what kind of person should be reading Embrace the Suck? Embrace the Suck is a great book for anybody who wants to stop throwing pity parties, who wants to take responsibility for their own lives, and who also, instead of just surviving difficult situations in life, wants to thrive through them, and not only thrive, but to conquer those difficult situations. This book is definitely a tough pill to swallow. Instead of telling you why you should be upset at the world and why you're oppressed, why you're a victim, it says, hey, have you ever thought that maybe all of these problems that you're experiencing in your life are your fault? Oh, now that you've realized this, how can we make this to your advantage? How can we conquer tough situations and help you become a better, stronger version of yourself? This book starts off perfectly with a foreword by David Goggins. If you've never heard of David Goggins, he's also a former Navy SEAL who's pretty much proven to be completely indestructible. This man, with very little training, has run over 100 miles within 24 hours, and after that has run many ultra marathons. Overall, David Goggins is known as somebody who's pretty much indestructible and who can achieve anything that he puts his mind to, and that is the perfect start to this book, Embrace the Suck. So after the foreword, we get right into the first chapter of the book, which is setting the grounds for the whole idea of Embrace the Suck. It says, hey, I see you over here complaining. I got dealt a bad hand in life. I deserve more than I have. Things are hard and it's not my fault. And it says, maybe, maybe not. Maybe you're responsible for your life. Maybe your life does suck and maybe it's not all your fault. But is being upset about that and crying about that going to make you or your life any better? Maybe it's time for you to take responsibility of yourself and the things that you can control and do something amazing with those things. It goes on to talk about how maybe your values are just all trash. Maybe the only thing that you truly value is your own self and an easy life, which will pretty much lead to you not growing whatsoever, not becoming a better person, and not finding success in life. Like I said, this book is a tough pill to swallow. The last section of the first chapter is called Taming the Temptation Tiger, which is all about self-discipline and how living a whole life starts with mastering yourself. Part 2 is called Get Comfortable Being Uncomfortable. It's pretty much saying that up until this point, you've been chasing the easy life. you've been avoiding responsibility, and it's pretty much destroying your life. And so in order to really master and discipline yourself, you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. My favorite chapter out of part 2 of the book is titled Do Something That Sucks Every Day. I remember learning about Wim Hof, the Iceman, who talks about taking ice cold showers every day. And it's a discipline that I actually started doing in order to train me to endure stress. Not only is it actually really good for your body, but doing something that sucks every day trains you that this is just a part of life, and it makes you less reflexive. If all you do is chase ease, as soon as something becomes a little bit uncomfortable, even if it would be good for you, you flee and run away from it. But whenever you train yourself to do something that sucks every day, you become much less responsive and reflexive when things get difficult. You learn to endure stress, and not only endure it, but push on through it. And then they go on to talk about choosing wisely what you suffer for. So yes, you're going to do something that sucks every day, but don't just inflict pain on yourself for no reason. There should be purpose for the pain. There should be a reason that you're going to endure something difficult. The idea isn't just to make your life suck. There is pain and suffering in this world. There are hardships in life, but you should be choosing difficult paths, not for the sake of it being difficult, but for the sake of your own personal growth. Part 3 of this book is all about taking action. So yes, we realize pain is a part of life. The suck is real. We should embrace it. We should make it a part of our daily lives. Why? Because it's going to grow us and make us better. Now, how do we make that fuel to drive us further and further? Well, we create goals. Like I said earlier, Brent Gleeson makes a living talking to businesses, helping them make plans, helping them make reasonably achievable goals, and showing them the direct path to achieve those goals. And he uses a lot of the strategies that he gives to large corporations and shows you how on a personal level you can use these same strategies, like writing out your goals. You can't just have a dream in your mind. Write it down. How do you get there? What are the individual steps? He talks about how the more clearly you define your goals, the more clearly you define the steps to achieving those goals, the more likely you are to succeed. So he gives you the tools to actually chase your goals, but he's already shown you how to endure pain and suffering. So whenever it becomes difficult to chase those dreams, to make them a reality, you already have the endurance. So he gives you really all the pieces you need to create, to see your vision, to see your dream, to find what you want in life. And then he shows you how to become tough and resilient. So when you get backlash for trying to follow your dreams, for when there's a bump in the road, for when something doesn't turn out the way that you want it to turn out, you are strong enough to keep pushing through, fighting through, so that ultimately nothing will stop you from accomplishing what you want to accomplish. This book was written very well, in my opinion. It's not a long book. It was short, sweet, and to the point. The reason why I think that it was written so well is because there are no loose ends to his idea that he's teaching. In the end of the book, he's all about goals. But the reason that so many people fail their goals is because they don't have what it takes to organize themselves, to chase after them, to endure the hardships. But in the first 2 parts of the book, he gives you everything that you need in order to do that. So he's not just saying you need to be tough and chase your dreams. No, he's saying, hey, there's actually strategies to do these things. And I'm going to show you in a full method, a full, well-rounded, complete method, how other people do it, how these large corporations do it. So really his process is tried and true. And he's given you the tools to endure the difficult parts of that experience. So I know what you might be thinking. This book is written by a Navy SEAL. Where's all the fun stuff? Well, you're in for a treat. This book is structured very well. Throughout each part of the book, Brent Gleeson will give some talk. He'll give some practical ideas about whatever he's trying to teach you, whether it's embracing the suck, whether it's learning to get comfortable being uncomfortable, or whether it's taking action. So he'll say, hey, let's talk about this idea. And then he'll say, oh yeah, while we're on the subject of this idea, while I was in BUDS training, which is the training that Navy SEALs do in order to prepare themselves to be an actual Navy SEAL. Or he'll talk about, hey, here's this experience while I was in a combat zone. Here's where I had to embrace the suck. He tells a story about how he was in a combat zone and he ended up being pretty sick that whole time and how he crapped his pants in the middle of a mission. Talk about embracing the suck. Talk about an absolutely terrible experience. But through these stories, you learn that he's not just all talk. He's lived it. He is a genuine, fully trained Navy SEAL who's made it through BUDS training, who's made it through the combat zones. And now that he's gotten through all of that, he's actually become a professional man himself who's able to give these skills to other people. So while there's lots of practical knowledge in the book, there's also a ton of fun stories. But overall, is the book practical? Do you learn something from reading this book? Yes. But does he keep your attention? Does he keep you focused with awesome stories about what it's like to be a Navy SEAL as well? Absolutely. So it's really the best of both worlds. You get practical advice, practical skills and knowledge, but you also get to see from a Navy SEAL's perspective how to do all of these things. So if you're tired of being a victim, if you're tired of throwing a pity party every time that life gets a little bit difficult, if you think that you're the only one having a hard time and you think that the world owes you something, then you probably need to read Embrace the Suck. If you want to grow as a person, if you want to learn how to not only really define your goals, but how to also chase after them and achieve them, then you also need to read Embrace the Suck. If you like hearing stories about Navy SEALs, combat action, action and training, just absolutely fantastic, heroic stories, then you need to read Embrace the Suck. I mean, come on guys. This book's about 200 pages. If you can't endure 200 pages to become a better, stronger person, then you know what? Maybe this book isn't for you. Who am I to say? But I hope that you guys got something out of this video. I hope that I inspired you to look into more books that can help you grow as a person. If you have any books that you're kind of skeptical about, that you want me to do a book review of, please let me know down in the comments below. This is what I do. I love reading books, and then I love talking about it with you guys. I love talking about if I liked the book, how it made me feel, what I specifically learned from the book. And so please let me know down in the comments, what books should I be reviewing for you guys? Thank you so much for being here. I love doing these videos. I love sharing what I learned with all of you. And I hope that you had a good time as well. Don't forget, if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. If you had a good time watching this video, give me that thumbs up. I just hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I hope that the next time hardship comes in your life, the next time there's a bump in the road, that you embrace the suck, that you become tougher and stronger from each situation in life. I hope that you make clear, defined goals and then you crush those goals. Have an absolutely wonderfully fantastical day. Take it easy, guys.